Three Andrews?
Yes.
Wait, I saw you cheating on me with Andrew Keenan Bolger. I understand that he's adorable, but my feelings were a little hurt.
Hi.
Hi, is your sound on?
Okay, a little bit of backstory. Last time we did this, our microphone wasn't working. But now we have a second chance, thanks to Andrew Rannells joining the cast for an extension. This time around, our camera couldn't stay focused. Here now are some interviews with the brilliant but blurry cast and creative of Hedwig and the Angry Inch. This show's been through so many incarnations. Why now?
Why not? I mean, with economic collapse, environmental disaster, drag is no longer scary.
I think that the show is so brilliant and the story is so universal, and it might not seem that way just because of the way that it's all dressed up. But the story in its core is like just a really beautiful story about finding love and loving yourself and being comfortable with who you are.
Issues about gender and gender identity and sexuality. I've thought through them more now than when I first wrote this, and I think in general people have thought through them more than as a culture we have.
Stepping into Neil Patrick's shoes, and wigs and everything. What's that like?
I mean, it's very exciting. He's such a machine and has created such a fantastic, obviously wildly successful production here. And he aside from doing this every night, he's also working on so many other projects and raising children. So I feel like a real hack that I don't.
What's the major difference between Andrew and Neil?
They both perform this mix of pathos and comedy and this tug of masculinity and femininity, but they do it differently and in different combinations and in different ways, adding up to Hedwig. 3 and 4 add up to 7, and 2 and 5 add up to 7, and there's a lot of ways to get to 7 besides.
That mic smells like Stephen Trask.
Great.
Okay, I think
Rannells smells like Yet. It's just starting with him.
I think we're all looking forward to getting to know what he smells like.
You know what? You smell it after the first number. Hedwig kicks everyone's ass. They can't believe it. At first they're like, yeah, I dragged it. And then they're like, can't talk to anybody after the show. You have to become a monk, which is why I was scared to do it again. And also is why I quit acting after I did it. So it's Hedwig is kind of the widowmaker. Destroy your career.
So this isn't your first time as Hedwig.
In 2002, I did a production so far off Broadway. It was in Austin, Texas, and I, auditioned and got to play the part for like 4 months down there, which was really very exciting, but not something that I thought I would ever get a chance to do again. So, do you
have anybody in mind to fill in for you?
Do I have anyone? No. I mean, no.
I mean, it's an impossible role. Who could do it?
There's plenty of people I'm sure who could do it. In my head, they'll get like some huge like Lady Gaga will come in and do it. Like something ridiculous. But that's not obviously gonna happen.
How intimidating was it to work with us on Girls?
It was so intimidating. I had a low-level PTSD that every time I went to the set, I was like, oh, God, I don't know if I can do this again.